And this is, as you probably know, a population that is always written off and counted out. In fact, in any campaign that I've run, I've been warned not to campaign with young people. Why waste your time? They don't turn out, they don't vote. Our answer to that is I wouldn't vote either if no one showed up and listened to me. Young people are leading on the most important issues today. The young people who led the walkouts from their classrooms, the marches for our lives, they're going to be the ones who ensure that the 40,000 of our fellow Americans who are killed by gun violence every year will not have died in vain. That we have universal background checks, close all loopholes. We stop selling weapons of war into our communities. We have red flag laws so that if someone is a danger to themselves or someone else in their life, they're stopped before it is too late. Their fierce advocacy for dreamers, more than 1 million young Americans, every bit as American as anyone else, yet they live in constant fear of deportation back to a country they do not know. It's been young people who've been the strongest advocates for them and making them U.S. citizens in this, their home country. And then just one last example, climate change. You're gonna live with the consequences of what we do or fail to do far more than I will, or anyone who is older than I am. And that may explain the urgency that I feel from you and other young people on this, who remind us that we've got about 10 years, that's all the time remaining, within which to act, free ourselves from a dependence on fossil fuels, embrace renewable energy, and make sure that we lead the world in keeping this climate from warming another 2 degrees Celsius. So I spend so much time with young people because that's where the action and the energy is right now. That's where the leadership is, and those are the people that I'm inspired by. And part of the reason that automatic voter registration is so important to this is bringing those young people in automatically. You turn 18, we've pre-registered you at 17 or even 16 years old, so you're ready to go your first election when you're age eligible to vote. That's gonna make this democracy so much better. We're gonna get action on these issues that have really waited in some cases for decades. Climate, decades. Immigration, decades. Gun sense legislation, we've waited decades. We will not be waiting anymore as soon as you're voting. And so that's why we prioritize you in this plan. Thank you, Aiden, for asking. Appreciate it.